Lou here. Like all of you here, I use TikTok, and I'm scrolling through fan edits of Sebastian Michaelis and Alucard Tepesh when I suddenly start getting hit with these very long ads for a film app called Real Short. In this case, this particular movie clip showed up, and it was so fucking funny that I had to see the full movie for myself, and boy was it fucking awful and awesome at the same time. Okay, so I should start by saying I'm definitely not sponsored with the amount of shit talking I'm doing here. Trust and believe that any chance of a sponsorship is out the window. So, Real Short seems to be a short-form subscription service for shows and movies where you have to pay per episode. Seems pretty stupid, and I wasn't gonna spend who knows how much on whatever the hell this shit is, so I had to put some argy-hardies to the test here. They do Chinese dramas primarily with some American productions, I guess for the sake of drawing in a Western audience. And man, these are a doozy. But they also feel kinda samey too. A lot of these revolve around a woman stepping in pretending to be the real daughter of some prestigious family so they can treat the real daughter already living with them like shit. Life resetting someone where they make a shit choice so they go back and make the right choice, or like rich people problems, because it sure is weird that all these people are wearing Chanel suits and living in these big mansions. A good example of this is The Lost Tenderness, because if you've seen this, you've also seen about 80% of these. Which, by the way, if you want me to review that one, please let me know, because it was so fucking funny, that one. So this particular one is called Mommy Don't Cry, Daddy Is Sorry, which makes total grammatical sense. Which is super weird, because I couldn't find any information on the director, writers, etc. The actors are also not in anything big, mostly extras in low-budget TV shows. Okay, so with the information out of the way, let's get started. We start our story with a little girl named Ellie whose mom has just died. The mom lived in a mental hospital and they just let her keep her daughter there instead of bringing her to her father or foster care. I don't know any hospital here in the US that would allow that, but okay. The dad hears of this news and decides to take custody of his daughter who he's literally never fucking met. Like, she didn't tell him they had a kid, or no one in the hospital told him he had a kid until she died? This is how you know this manga is written overseas, because you know damn well that dude would have found out one way or another about his daughter. So, she writes to him after she's dead about all the shit their daughter has been through, raising her daughter in a mental hospital, which again, how did anyone allow that? He also moved on, I guess, while her and her daughter were in a mental hospital, so that's a red flag coming in. So he decides to come get his daughter, except this random girl jumps in and claims she's Ellie, but it turns out she's a fake one, and the bitch new girlfriend is using this fake one to push away the real Ellie? While the real Ellie just wants to come to her dad and is dragged away by nurses. I don't know how you can see a 4-year-old being like manhandled like that and just act like you're watching someone take a sandwich away, but okay. Also, why isn't he asking for a paternity test? Instead, he just believes the clearly photoshopped picture the doctor presents as though that's solid proof. How is this dude supposed to be a millionaire? He also recently got a heart transplant because I guess he had heart problems before. And when he sees the real Ellie, he feels this overwhelming parental affection. And then around the fake Ellie, he feels like nothing. This dude's name, by the way, is Wayne Bradshaw. And Ellie's mom's name is Sienna. So this just feels like names you looked up in a phone book for like a good 10 minutes. So for the next 20 minutes, it's just the bitch girlfriend and fake Ellie abusing the real Ellie with the funniest fucking acting I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, we'll get to real Ellie's acting in a second because it's half the reason this is so funny to watch. In between this, we find out Sienna is alive for some reason, despite being dead and taken away to a corner. I guess she faked her death, whatever. She's thinking her daughter's fine because she's thinking Wayne is a educated, kind man instead of a rich dude with the brain of a walnut. When Ellie is then shoved out of the house by the bitch girlfriend and forced to be homeless for 10 minutes in the snow with her teddy bear, so we feel really bad about it, Sienna finds her daughter by pure fucking luck and is fuming that her daughter was abused this entire time because the dude doesn't know what a paternity test is. So her revenge is to date the man her husband had a rivalry with in college and pretend to be a fake twin sister named Scarlett, and then like show up at random intervals to be like, my sister told me what Ellie looked like, and that's a fake Ellie, with the bitch girlfriend one-upping her for another 20 minutes. Then during these showdowns we found out that like Wayne's new heart is from Sienna, and that's why she was dying, because she had Wayne's old heart and just lived like that? Like what? And then like is alive because she got a new heart? Like what the fuck is with these heart musical chairs here? Like what kind of twist is this? It's so dumb too, because it's like, is that supposed to explain his parental instincts towards the real Ellie? Because Sienna's heart, like, without her heart, he wouldn't even be conflicted? Like, oh my god, Wayne's fucking dumb, dude. So he is planning to get married to the bitch girlfriend, who I just realized her name is Allison, like, halfway through writing this. Where the rival guy tells him that his heart is Sienna's in a showdown of number, I forgot. For some reason, like, every 10 minutes, it's this big showdown where, like, 5 people are standing around awkwardly like in an anime. An hour and 11 minutes into this movie, which presumably takes place over the course of several months, Wayne finally decides on a paternity test because Sienna convinced him. Like immediately after this conversation is when he gets the test results, and he's not fake Ellie's father. Fake Ellie is also Allison's daughter, and that's why she kept pushing for her, so her and Wayne could have a brand new family. Except if Allison has known Wayne since college, as we find out throughout the movie, wouldn't he know that she has a daughter at some point? Like, presumably this daughter was born as he knew her, so like, wouldn't he have seen her pregnant at one point? By the way, it would have been super funny if he wasn't the father of real Ellie too. But this movie didn't want to be a comedy. So after everyone argues for a good 10 minutes and Grandma gives her second or third slap to Allison, Sienna confesses she's Sienna and they just kind of get back together. During the argument, by the way, we found out Sienna was in a mental hospital because she was accused of murdering Wayne's sister via a fire that she was also trapped in, which Allison confesses she did to frame Sienna to get her out of the picture. Like, I'm sorry, what? So she just automatically goes to a mental hospital? Which, rich people not going to jail is the most realistic thing about this movie. Where Allison then escapes from a mental hospital, because she was sent there too, and kidnaps Ellie in an attempt to kill her, where Wayne steps in and gets stabbed near his new heart. This is our climactic showdown and exposition, so we found out that, like, Wayne only moved on with Allison for business reasons and never actually fell in love with her or dated anyone because he was dying of his heart condition. And he also loves Sienna. Which, like, the mom just says so casually while her son is dying. Except it's all good because we need a happy ending for our stupid dude Wayne here, where everything is just water under the bridge, like Sienna wasn't put through 4 years of psychological agony, and their daughter didn't have the most damaging experience for a 4-year-old like 2 weeks ago. What happened to fake Ellie? I don't know, maybe she goes to an orphanage or something. The end. Oh my gosh, as you can see, the writing is so unbelievably bad that it's hilarious. And add on top of that, the dramatic shots and acting, and you got yourself absolute cinema. Because this was better than most comedies I've seen lately. Everything feels both rushed and like it's stalling the plot somehow. So like, things like talking about Wayne's sister's murder is left in the last 30 minutes of the movie as a throwaway plot twist. After another plot twist because we gotta answer all these unsolved questions. Still doesn't answer why she didn't tell him they had a baby or why no one told him she had a baby, but okay. Then the way everything is just water under the bridge is so bad too. Like, just gonna ignore all that trauma and stupidity because Wayne's handsome and rich, I guess. Overall, it's so bad. It was funny. Oh my gosh, the acting for real Ellie fucking killed me. And was part of the comedy here because, oh my gosh. I've seen bad child acting before, my goodness, I grew up with American Girl movies, but oh my gosh, this is the worst acting I've seen from a child, and man, it was funny. Her inflections and attempts to sound as dramatic as the adults around her was way too good. Like, I shouldn't be mean because she's just a kid and she can't even read the script. But oh my gosh, it's the way she acts. It was just too funny. Especially in scenes with fake Ellie, because fake Ellie's acting wasn't awful for a child her age, so it makes them even funnier together. I'd love to play a clip, but copyright is really strong for this movie, which is why I can't show too much. But if I'm able to, it'll be here.
No, don't touch my mommy. Daddy is gonna come soon, and then he's gonna take me and mommy home.
The adults are also really bad actors too. A lot of them are super stiff and overdramatic, like this is an episode of Grey's Anatomy. I won't lie that Allison in particular was so stiff and overly dramatic that I halfway thought that a Korn movie was going to be uploaded to TikTok or something. When Sienna tries to act as, quote, Scarlet, it's also just laughably bad. Like, she's trying to go for this bad bitch persona with the dark makeup and clothes, but it just acts more like an edgy teenager than a grown woman trying to enter her bad bitch era. I'd say Wayne's is bad too, because he sounds like he's trying to think and breathe at the same time, but you know, that feels on brand for a dude with a single brain cell like Wayne. Everyone else, you can just tell they're reading a script, which does feel like it was translated, because sometimes some lines are worded like really stiff and robotically as though they're using a translator. But, you know, that could also be the acting. Overall, the acting is shit and laughably bad with real Ellie. Like, if you need a good laugh, at least skip to her scenes, because the acting is so laughably bad, especially with the over-dramatic mistreatment scenes. It's just so funny. I don't get the opportunity to see laughably bad stuff too often. You know, I usually watch things I enjoy, or things that turn out so bad they age like milk and make me just talk shit the whole time. But something so bad where it's funny is something I don't do too often, and man, I need to do it more often because this was hilarious. I don't recommend paying for this, definitely not worth any money. But there's dozens of re-uploads on Dailymotion if you want to see it in full, along with other movies from this hell site. What do you guys think? I laughed so hard with this movie that I had to do a video on it. And it was something a little different, so let me know down below if you want me to review the other shitty movies from this platform. Have you heard of this app before, or have you seen any ads for it on TikTok? As always, let me know down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. And if any old or new subs would like to help support my channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description, along with links to all of my social media tabs. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas, or maybe just want to talk about anime or something with some like-minded people, I have a fan server link down below. See you next time!